billions of views, hundreds of millions of subscribers, a media empire with a reported valuation in the billions. On the surface, Jimmy Donaldson's success as MrBeast seems to be all about one thing: money. But that's not the full story. It's not even the most interesting part. What if the key to his entire kingdom isn't his bank account, but a psychological addiction to something way more powerful? An obsession with authentic excitement and a relentless drive to conquer impossible goals. By the end of this video, you'll understand the core psychological drivers that fuel his viral success, and you'll never look at his videos the same way again. To understand MrBeast is to deconstruct the very engine of virality. Sure, you can point to his mastery of the YouTube algorithm, his brilliant thumbnail strategies, and his high-stakes challenges as the pillars of his success. And you wouldn't be wrong. But that's just looking at the what. We're here to talk about the why. The real secret, the force that energizes every video, every stunt, and every giveaway, lies deep in his personal psychology. His success isn't just some algorithmic accident. It's the direct result of a unique psychological cocktail. It's a blend of an obsessive need for genuine human emotion, a relentless compulsion to conquer seemingly impossible goals, and a surprisingly strategic philanthropic drive. This isn't just about making popular videos. It's about fulfilling a deep-seated need to create moments that feel real, impactful, and larger than life. Today, we're going inside the mind of MrBeast to analyze the psychological principles that drive his unprecedented success. The first psychological driver that defines Jimmy Donaldson is his radical approach to goal setting. When he was just starting out, he didn't aim for a few thousand subscribers. He set his sights on becoming the biggest YouTuber in the world. This wasn't just youthful optimism. It was a deliberate psychological strategy. He lives by a burn-the-ships mentality, a concept where you intentionally destroy your backup plans, leaving massive success as the only option. When he told his mom he'd rather be poor than do anything besides YouTube, it was a psychological commitment. This approach creates a powerful internal pressure cooker. By setting goals that seem absurd to the outside world, like counting to 100,000, being buried alive for 50 hours, or recreating Squid Game, he manufactures a state of mind where extraordinary effort becomes the baseline. This isn't just about hard work. It's about creating a reality where the alternative to succeeding is so unthinkable that it fuels a level of creativity and perseverance most people never access. This hyper-focus is born from the sheer cost of his goals. With main channel videos costing an average of $3 to $4 million to produce, there's no room for a good enough effort. This enormous financial pressure, which has led his company to endure staggering losses of over $110 million in 2024 alone, forces a level of excellence into every detail. It also taps into what psychologists call costly signaling. By investing immense time, effort, and money, he signals to the audience that the content is valuable before they've even clicked. We don't just watch to see if he succeeds. We watch because the scale of the attempt itself is captivating. This drive to conquer the impossible is the foundational layer of his psychological engine, turning what others see as insane risks into a calculated path to dominance. The second, and maybe the most crucial psychological driver, is MrBeast's obsession with authentic excitement. He said that if an idea doesn't genuinely excite him, he won't do it. This isn't just a preference. It's the core of his content philosophy. In a world saturated with fake trends and disingenuous hype, Jimmy's primary filter is his own gut reaction. He believes that for a video to excite an audience, it must first excite the creator. This taps directly into some basic human psychology: emotional contagion. When you watch a MrBeast video, the shock, joy, and disbelief you see are almost always genuine. That authenticity creates a powerful connection with you, the viewer. Our brains are wired to mirror the emotions we see in others. So when a contestant bursts into tears after getting a life-changing sum of money, or when his friends genuinely panic during a challenge, the audience feels a shadow of that emotion. It makes the content feel less like you're just watching something and more like a shared experience. This explains his ruthless production process, where anything boring or inauthentic is cut. He isn't just making viral videos, he's manufacturing genuine moments and capturing them on camera. In a revealing moment, he once said, "What excites me is what I believe will make the audience happy." This isn't a contradiction. It's the key. His personal excitement is directly tied to his prediction of the audience's emotional payoff. He has so deeply internalized the viewer's desire for joy and spectacle that his own creative fulfillment depends on delivering it. It's a self-sustaining engine for virality. The third psychological pillar of the MrBeast empire is his strategic use of philanthropy. On the surface, giving away millions of dollars, cars, and private islands seems like pure generosity. But psychologically, it's one of the most powerful tools in his arsenal. These large-scale giveaways are not just acts of charity. They're masterclasses in emotional storytelling. When MrBeast gives a family a new house or helps 1,000 blind people see again, he's doing more than just helping those individuals. He is allowing millions of viewers to experience the profound psychological satisfaction of giving without any of the cost. This is known as a vicarious reward. Viewers at home get to feel like they're part of a heartwarming act. Witnessing a positive, life-altering event triggers a dopamine release, creating a powerful, feel-good factor that builds incredible brand loyalty. This is what separates his content. While other creators might flex their wealth for status, MrBeast transforms his wealth into a vehicle for shared emotional experiences. He famously reinvests nearly all of his earnings back into his content, not to show off, but to feed the machine and make the next video even bigger. This creates a virtuous cycle. Bigger stakes lead to more views, which generates more revenue, which is then reinvested into even more extravagant acts of giving. It's a strategy that has also built an unshakable foundation of goodwill, turning his subscribers into a community that feels indirectly responsible for the good deeds he performs. If you're finding this breakdown into the psychology of success helpful, and you want more deep dives into the minds of the world's most influential people, take a second to subscribe. We analyze the systems that drive greatness, so you can apply them yourself. Behind the viral stunts and massive giveaways is a fourth, less visible driver, an obsessive drive for iterative mastery. MrBeast's success isn't from a few lucky video ideas. It's the product of a relentless, scientific approach to content creation. For years, he obsessively studied YouTube, analyzing everything from titles and thumbnails to pacing and audience retention graphs. He said he spent thousands of hours treating virality not as an art, but as a science to be deconstructed. This reflects a deep psychological need for excellence. He famously applied a 100 rule, believing you have to make 100 of something, whether it's thumbnails or full videos, to truly master it. He didn't just upload and hope for the best. He created constant feedback loops, learning and improving with every attempt. This mindset reframes failure as fuel. Every video that underperformed wasn't a loss, but a data point for the next one. You can see this obsession in his production. He's known to brainstorm and A/B test dozens of thumbnails and titles for a single video to find the one with the highest click-through rate. He structures his narratives for constant dopamine hits, with mini rewards and pacing shifts to keep viewers glued to the screen. This isn't just about making good content. It's about engineering perfect content by breaking it down to its first principles. This drive for mastery extends to his team, where he famously surrounds himself with lunatics who share his obsessive all-in mentality. It's a testament to the idea that greatness is not achieved, but built, through a grueling process of relentless iteration. So, after deconstructing the mind of MrBeast, what's the takeaway for you? You don't need to give away $1 million or get buried alive to use these principles. It's about understanding the psychological engines you can build for your own success. First, adopt a version of the burn the ships mentality. Set one goal for yourself that feels just out of reach, almost impossible. It will force a level of focus and creativity you didn't know you had. Second, find your authentic excitement. What do you genuinely, deeply care about? Your audience will feel that passion, and it will build a connection far stronger than any trend you could chase. Stop chasing what's popular and start obsessing over what truly fascinates you. Finally, embrace iterative mastery. Understand that your first attempt won't be your best, and neither will your 10th. Success isn't about one stroke of genius. It's about the relentless process of trying, failing, learning, and improving. The core lesson from MrBeast's mind is that extreme success is born from an extreme mindset. It's about channeling obsession into a system. So what truly drives MrBeast? It's not just money or fame. Those are simply the byproducts of his real addictions. The thrill of conquering impossible goals, the satisfaction of creating authentic emotional moments, the strategic power of vicarious philanthropy, and the relentless pursuit of absolute mastery. His empire is built on a deep, intuitive, and now data-driven understanding of human psychology. He crafts narratives that tap into our universal desires for novelty, generosity, and connection. And while his methods have faced controversies and lawsuits, from his business dealings to the safety of his productions, he continues to double down. He has turned his personal obsessions into the world's largest content machine, a machine that runs on audacious goals and authentic excitement. He's a perfect example of the idea that you're considered crazy until you're successful, and then you're called a genius. What do you think truly drives MrBeast? Is it this psychological cocktail, or is there another element we've missed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.